Rican Day parade instead of that it's pointing out how fucked up it is that people try to
Yeah.
make fun of this for that reason.
And
And
anyone
as
old
I
enough to
grew up
remember
with
the
kids-
early Simpsons knows this.
right.
Like we're old enough to remember when people like were taking the Simpsons at kind of face value, and we were like, wait,
Yes.
what? You can even do that?
Yes.
Yeah. Yes,
And
you
the
can.
Boondocks, I think, is incredibly incisive commentary on race.
Oh, Boondocks is way better than
But it,
than
well, yeah,
Family Guy.
it's agreed 1,000%. But again, I've also had kids who are like, no, miss, like that's, and they don't get it. That,
No.
but it is a very useful tool for me to, in Blacklit, to constantly reference Riley and Huey as these two like perspectives, neither of which is better. They both represent like a perspective that evolved out of experience and whatever. And, while Huey is definitely like way more of the people we know are Huey than Riley, Riley has his moments where he understands something and cuts through it to a point that Huey doesn't. So anyway.
Sure. Where's our Hobbit?
Oh, she's out this week. She said,
oh, I realized that.
Her cat died.
Oh, no.
And it was her cat from when she was very young. And she's understandably completely heartbroken. And she was like, I just can't be in the space to do that tonight. And of course, I understand.
Makes total sense.
Yeah.
Good haircut is.
Thank you. I did it myself.
Yeah, you did.
Very nice. All right. Well, except for Nora, the gang's all here.
Jenny, did you have to proctor the SAT today?
No, I was in the hallway.
Nice. So I got mine done today. I proctored SAT because I have juniors. And I'm taking tomorrow off I'm not actually, I had to take a sick day, but I'm actually having individual conferences with all of my seniors for their fucking research paper. But I just didn't feel like driving into school and sitting in the hallway to do that. So.
Are they requiring SATs now for Colorado?
They not requiring. Denver Public Schools switched from paying for everyone to take a free ACT to everyone to take a free SAT. And I don't know why, because Western schools still prioritize the ACT, but whatever. They're not nearly as relevant anymore. And especially this year, like a whole bunch of schools dropped the SAT requirement. So, basically it's all a farce. And that's what I said to the kids this morning. Like before we started on the Real Talk mic, I was like, so is this a culturally biased, inaccurate test? Yes, it is. However, you can have a certain advantage if you do well on it. So while you're here, might as well give it a shot, see what you can do. If you do well, that's great. It'll help you out. If you don't, there's 8 million other ways that you can show how great you are, depending on what you want to do in your future. So don't worry about it. So either way, like try hard and don't worry about it. And that was my pep talk this morning.
I like that.
I think that's good. Good gist of it.
Right?
I completely forgot that ACTs and SATs existed until you brought it up, honestly, since I took it.
As you should.
I'm like, oh, right, that's a thing.
Yeah. It's less of a thing, which is good.
That's good.
So I don't want to ruin anything for anyone. Has anyone been keeping up with Falcon and Winter Soldier?
Yep.
So
I'm still in my rewatch of the MCU universe before I get into it. So I haven't started it yet.
That's fair. I won't ruin anything, but I will just, I wasn't going to go into too much even if everyone had, but I just want to say that last episode that we just had is a really good example of the, most people are going to watch it and be like, oh, wow, that's fucked up. And then you're going to get some people who are like, yeah, that was the right thing to do. And it just misses every single point that was intended. There's just a really bad scene. Again, that's all I'm going to say. Really bad scene in there. It's meant to be poignant, but there are people on Twitter who are like, yeah, see, that's what we need. We need people to do stuff that, and it's like,
Really?
no, we don't.
Really?
Ever. Yeah.
I can never see the facile version of these things. I'm like, sorry, like I just can't. It just
Right.
and
Well,
that
and it's so.
and honestly, I weirdly, I mean, like the main villains of that show, I'm like, clearly I'm down with them. Like their methods are not always great, but I'm like, clearly, like I would be with the bad guys in this show. But like the bad guy who's like the like Ersatz Captain America, I'm like sympathetic towards him in a way I didn't expect to be. I'm like, oh, you poor guy, you're in over your head. Like you so too much is expected of you. Like I can kind of understand why he got the way he got and all that. Like I think that show doesn't have true villains, you know, except Zemo. Fuck Zemo.
It's true. Well, yeah. But I honestly don't think it's that people are not seeing the depth of it. I think that they're just so willing, so eager to see what they want to in it. They're so eager to be like, no, I want to see someone who is willing to brutalize the bad guy because I think that's what we need. We need to brutalize the bad guy. We need to be the ones who are gonna, like, you know, grab evil by the throat and throttle it. And when it's like, look, numbnuts, you don't even know how to recognize evil, let alone grab it by the throat and throttle it. Like, this is not a job for you. This is not a job for fake Captain America. No, that's not what this is. But that's all I have to say about that.
Speaking of defeating evil and throttling bad guys, we got a troll fight coming up.
Yeah,
let's get to it. I honestly thought we were waiting for Winna.
Oh.
No, it's okay. I'm completely down with discussing dissertations and pop culture and things like that. There's usually like there's a little buffer of time when we start where it's kind of like it's time to kind of what's the word I'm looking for? You kind of decompress from a week. But let me go over the recap really quickly. After defeating the chicken demon Shedim, continued exploring the glassworks, found the desiccated remains of an elf at his desk, died of a heart attack, which is unusual but not unheard of. You found in his desk a box of old gold coins, which were worth a lot, a handful of books, a diary written in Elven with Elven doodles. Rift read the diary. The elf was a supervisor at the glassworks, board bureaucrat, carrying on romance with priestess of El Valley. Let's see. Apparently, there was a page that had a kind of hidden script for how to summon demons, which is what he did. He made a pact with demons to improve his lot, or tried to, anyways. It was apparently a common practice, which is a holdover from the Dwarf Elf Wars, which is a whole nother topic. Apparently, it appears that Shantico, this was something that was kind of sort of revealed in the writing. Shantico used this summoning to kind of like enter the world by some weird kind of proxy rule. Wolfpack finds out what's up. Let's see. Farhasidi, Jinn, was kind of like the lead demon that this elf made the pact with, apparently still in the glassworks. So you all found Farhasidi, spoke with him, and he was not exactly like this big, mean, disgusting, evil thing. He was just kind of like, I've been trapped here for like, you know, longer than I even know. Like I've lost count of time. And he just wanted you to send him back. So sending him back could have been like fighting and killing him. And of course he wasn't going to be willing to let you just do that. So it was a fight, or, you know, stumping him with a riddle, which Wolfpack actually gave a really good one. And basically, do you want me to repeat the riddles? Is everyone okay with that?
I remember it.
Okay. But yeah, it was a good riddle. I really liked it.
Thank you.
And then so he was pleased with the riddle, couldn't answer it, so that was a pretty good one. And let's see, he left along with all the other demons that were in the glassworks. He revealed to you a door within the basement of the glassworks that is basically like, you know, do not enter upon penalty of destruction of reality, effectively. told you that one of the old ones is in there, and basically it's like, you take Cthulhu's granddaddy, and that's what one of these old ones is. Let's see. So you do have to, you can't just go out, run up and open it. You do have to complete a ritual. That is something that apparently the unholy texts of Shantico describe how to do. None of you have knowledge of that or know how to, or know of any unholy text of Shantico, but you might consider finding one to figure out what's going on here. And he knows that there is a storied destiny of someone who's going to open it and nullify the danger behind it, but he's not sure if you all are it, he being Farsidi. So Farsidi leaves. Let's see. You all decide to go back to the Dragonrite Church. You can seal and barricade the door. Go through the rest of the place and find some really interesting magic items. You find the glass sword, which can shoot glass shards as a range attack, and grants resistance to radiant damage when attuned. It's a +1 magical longsword. When also gained the stained glass armor that gives resistance to cold, fire, acid, and lightning. Okay.
Ish Christian has a question.
Yes.
That wasn't in the Dragonrite Church, right? We never made it to the Dragonrite.
No,
Church.
I'm sorry.
It was just in the glass factory.
The notes kind of went back and forth. So it's like,
okay.
You decided to go back. You haven't done it yet.
We have been in the Dragonrite Church though.
Well, we
That's where we got the message.
We were there before, but we're on.
But we were gonna go, but we saw the. Okay, yeah, I was just making sure that everyone was on the same page.
And we saw the fire, so we got distracted.
Right. So yeah, the decision was made to go to the church. Never actually made it, as that has not happened yet. Got those magical items, putting loot in boxes, grabbing paintings. Basically, you guys took all the stuff we wanted to take from this place. But on the way, you saw several things, which was number one, Perryton perched up on the tallest tree, kind of watching you really creepy-like. Number two, a weird fire near a thistle top. And that was what made you decide to go and check on Ronaki, because you're like, what if he's in danger? The bridge was burned away and smoldering. There was a commotion from the forge. And apparently revelry, you heard kind of like the sounds of people celebrating and so on. And you made a scooch bridge with 2 ropes to get across. And once you were over, a large creature taller than Ronaki with a bestial face and loping arms, holding a lump, like a big kind of like, long metal great club, which was great for him. None of you could ever hope to lift this thing. And he just says, I was wondering when the food would get here. And that was where we left the session.
He's larger than Ronaki?
Yes.
Yep.
Well, fuck. All right. I hope he likes riddles, because that's all I got. I'm 2'11".
All right. So let's see. I'm gonna.
We've never played minus a character before. Is Winna still a character, or does someone play her? What's the deal?
I'll basically kind of put her on autopilot, more or less.
Cool.
Like, so Winna will be there, and if there's something that Winna would like obviously do,
like talk to giants.
Like talk to giants, then Ish will just have her talk to the giant.
Does this is it an ogre we're up against right now? Is it just or is it a troll?
It is a quote unquote troll, but it's okay. This is going to be a weird distinction. So it's like there's D&D trolls. They're green. They regenerate. There's this whole myth behind them. This guy is basically just like a bigger ogre, is what he amounts to.
Okay.
He's just like this big, fierce, bestial giant.
And so he was speaking in common when he was talking to us.
He was speaking in common. All right, and let me shoot. Of course.
So I'm sorry. Was this troll doesn't regenerate? Is that what you're?
This troll does not regenerate. So this is not.
I just did all this research. All right. It's just.
Yeah. So
I did homework.
Sorry, yes. This troll, they are trolls in name only. It's like a Palladium fantasy troll. It's its own kind of thing. There's this. I could go into the genealogy of why Palladium Fantasy is different from Dungeons and Dragons, even though it basically came from it's this whole thing. Regardless,
I don't care.
This is a troll. It's called a troll. It does not regenerate. It's not green. It's not like your standard Dungeons and Dragons troll. It's a big thing. I could just call it a trollger, and that probably would describe it better. That all being said, I'm going to do my best to kind of, oops. So I don't have an accurate map for this, so we're just going to kind of do this. And this is kind of,
Do I offer him some fish?
you may, if you so choose.
I mean, he did say the food was coming, right?
And here, you know, I'm
We're
getting a
basically catered-
reputation in the area.
Yeah, we're basically the caterers of the Palladium.
Maybe we can send for some soup. Like it'll be great.
exactly. Well, we're just Uber Eats for the fantasy world.
And pardonnez-moi as I find correct. Yeah, that's good. That'll work. And you all, this is going to be my rectangle of death. You'll get familiar with it. But basically, you can put yourselves in that rectangle more or less. I'll say he comes out of there.
I still see the
Oh, shoot,
Palladium map.
Sorry,
Same.
I keep forgetting to switch you to the next map. Okay,
There we go. Oh,
this is very rudimentary. This is my 3 hours in MS Paint.
so that the yellow is our circle of death, or
the
square of
rectangle.
death.
I call it the rectangle of death because the first time I ever used it, I had a map going, and I was like, all right, everybody start in this map. And for me, it was just convenience. It was like, no, don't everybody just kind of like put yourselves wherever. But then this massive monster comes out and just sprayed everybody with acid. And basically what I had done without realizing it is I had concentrated everyone so that they could get like attacked by this monster. And then every time I bring it up, my other players are like, oh yeah, you want us to get this rectangle right here, huh? But
We're in the yellow rectangle, which is near the bridge.
Yes, so this is like the other side of the bridge. The the purple rectangle is the forge itself. This is all like rudimentary scribble scrabble. So I apologize for the unrefined nature of it.
Hooray for Scribble Scrabble.
Oh, we're supposed to be in the yellow one. I am in the wrong
Correct,
one.
the yellow one. I'm sorry.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Put me on the map.
Let's see, and oops. Okay. All right. So I'm not going to roll initiative yet because it sounds like maybe you want to do just a little bit more kind of, tete-a-tete on this. So I heard, let's see, was it Rift who was going to walk up and try and offer fish?
Put me on the map?
Rick,
You have to do it yourself, Christian.
What?
You,
Oh,
you
I do
drag
that.
your icon.
Yeah, here, let me, I sorry,
okay. Where's my
I
icon?
missed you when you said that.
All right. Oh, there I am. Okay, thanks.
in the future, you go to your little newspaper icon and then you click on your name and just drag it onto the map.
Ah, obviously.
I as a little aside, I have my frustrations with Roll20. I always say like it's very obvious an engineer made this because nothing is intuitive. I would think that you drag your picture onto the thing, but no, you drag the name on there. And there's all sorts of little details like that make me think it's like they don't have the end user in mind terribly much, but what are you gonna do?
By the way, Ish, has anyone mentioned your haircut? Because you were looking fly. And Christian, you look like you also got a haircut recently, also looking fly. The rest of you guys are great, but
Not fly though.
Well, thank
Fly.
you for the compliment. I recently took clippers to my hair, and this was the result, and I feel good about it.
yeah.
So thank you. I appreciate that.
And my lighting is just good. You've actually seen me with this haircut for 2 weeks.
Oh.
I have a glow about me though. I appreciate it. Okay. I definitely, I know that we're gonna have to draw all of the environment in, but like I definitely want to see where all the buildings and stuff are, because if we're gonna have to fight this guy, I need to know where the cover is and what's on fire.
Let's see, Will.
I had a whole plan about other trolls.
So we just got over the bridge. That's the top of the island. There's the
Give
troll.
me
You
a
know where-
moment, and I can maybe help with that. Sorry. Just give me.
I also need to know if Jenny can reach the troll's kneecaps with her warhammer, because that was a major part of my plan. The
Yes,
kneecaps,
it's tall,
kneecaps
but
are
not that-
important. Okay, cool.
I can summon fire.
That I think is going to come in handy.
And I got the guiding bolts, where after I hit someone with them, the next attack roll made against the target before the end of my next turn has advantage thanks to the mystical dim light glittering on the target until then. So because I glitter bomb them, they are embarrassed, and therefore we have more advantage.
It's
Jenny, are
like,
you down for
what if we
kneecap
couldn't see it?
control?
And
Jenny?
I'm sorry, Jen, you had said something. I think I missed it.
Oh, I said, Jenny, are you down for kneecap and trolls?
Sure.
I mean,
Fins
let's
were
try the way
snapped.
of peace first. I mean, or the way of the fish or whatever.
I would have leaned more on Winna for this one, because Winnaspy, well, there, I guess our troll is talking common, we don't
Yeah.
need it, but yeah, I just fought a bunch of stuff, did a bunch of cliff diving. I wanted a nap. I'm not like feeling super generous right now. I don't, this guy's trying to intimidate us. I'm not going to reward that with a fish. Fish are
Yeah,
for
don't-
like, fish are for friends.
I want to yell at
Not
him.
food.
Yeah. You know what? I vote somebody yells at him, because I'm
Yeah,
not,
go ahead.
I'm not impressed.
I was
Oi,
waiting for like
troll.
a fish.
Back off! Back off,
Yeah,
you
where's
wanker.
Renata?
So what did you yell? Where's our friend Renaki?
Yep.
He kind of gives you a big leering grin and just says, "Oh, your friend Renaki's over there, finishing up the work for the master. That's not important and doesn't involve any of you. I'd turn around if I were you." And he kind of points behind you with his big, massive great club, where he like picks it up, and you see there's like a big kind of dent in the ground from where he just laid it. And when he's done pointing, he kind of like drops it again, and the thud you can kind of feel the vibrations from. This don't concern you, but it could if you wanted to.
I want to yell for Renaki and like check in and see if he's okay.
You do that, and basically you hear kind of like, it's not Morse code, obviously, because there's not such a thing here, but he's like kind of like clanking something in code to let you know that he's okay.
Oh.
And where was this? Where's the smoke that we saw in relation to us right now? Is that coming from the forge?
It is coming from the forge. The smoke
Okay.
that's coming from there seems to be more from like a bonfire. It's like a controlled flame. But what you had seen earlier was the bridge going up. Like that was most of like the nasty black smoke that was coming up.
Hey guy, who's the master? And what has he got to do with Renaki?
You're sure a lippy bunch for a little group such as yourself.
You haven't seen Libby yet.
Bet I ain't. But the master, if you must know, is making plans for this area. He's a lieutenant of the king of Mount Nimro. That's all you really need to know. You'll either flee or be slaves once he's done with his machinations. And I'm trying to load a map, but it's taking me a spectacular amount of time, so I can't promise I'll have it ready.
I want to get to Renaki because this guy is not being very forthcoming. I mean, I get that. Is Renaki working for the bad guy? We just need to, I need to talk to Renaki. We need to talk to Renaki.
I just want to make, I want to make sure Renaki is like consenting to the experience he's having. We don't necessarily have to like fight this guy, but like if it's, but him or Renaki, then I mean, duh. So yeah, do we just tell the giant like, hey guy, like, all right, hey, I'm gonna go see Renaki. I'm just gonna go over here. Doesn't have to be a big deal, dude.
We do have stuff that we need to return to him. That can be our excuse.
Oh yeah.
Just returning some cutlery we borrowed.
Yeah. We have something of Renaki's and we want to give it back to him. So we're just gonna go drop it off real quick.
So he just says, "Oh, is that so? I'll take it." And he kind of like chuckles in a way that you're pretty sure he means like he'll take it and keep it.
Nah, we can't give it to you, buddy. Sorry, we got to return it in person.
All right.
All right, bear with me because I'm going to blanket the map in what is called the fog of war. So give me one moment.
You're blanketing the map in the fog of war.
They did that in Ghosts of Tsushima. It was a really cool, like, you haven't played it.
My housemate plays that game.
Oh, it's so
Fog of
good,
War?
right? Have you seen the haiku yet?
Yeah, it's fucking cool. It's cool as shit. I've also seen the Kurosawa mode, which is just insane.
Yeah. It's arguably like the best game I've ever played in my life. Like, I mean, it's not necessarily my favorite because like Skyrim just has like a little place in my heart forever. And Horizon Zero Dawn, but like in terms of like architecture of gameplay, Ghost of Tsushima wins every category forever. It's just the most incredible piece.
What is it?
It is feudal Japan. It's the island just west of the Japanese mainland that took the brunt of the Mongolian invasion. The Mongols attempted like 3 different invasions throughout history. And one of the invasions historically was actually like destroyed and turned back by a typhoon. And so like you, the character on this island fighting the Mongolian invaders are like a sort of like a personification of that storm. And so like you navigate by the guiding winds, which is literally like just you set a target on the map where you want to go and the wind will like guide you instead of having a compass at the top, and that way you actually like look at your environment and not at like a little compass. I mean, and that's just like one tiny little gorgeous note of it that just
And is it like a video game, a tabletop game?
Oh yeah, it's a video game. Sorry, it's PlayStation, I think.
And you get to compose haiku in the middle of it, just as like a side quest. Like there's
You
little haiku spots.
You stop and contemplate the nature of defeat surrounded by natural beauty as you view the landscape,
Mhm.
or the nature of death, or the nature of hope. It is, and the stories are like super intricate and interwoven and gorgeous, and
That sounds really interesting.
it is beautiful. I can't wait to get a PS5 because of course the graphics card is going to be like that much better, and then like all those little details are just going to explode someday.
Oh, something's happened to the map.
Ah.
Bit by bit.
Fog of War.
So towards the bottom, you're going to see kind of the better representation of all of this. And I'm going to reveal some more stuff. There's stuff that you can see.
Is he standing guard in front of a wall?
I mean, he's more like lazily standing in front of the wall. I wouldn't call it standing guard per se.
I need to know if are the buildings on fire or what? Like we should be able to tell if I left with the impression that the whole village was on fire, the like ghost village here.
No, it is not. Although it basically it was kind of a misdirect to say that, yeah, to make you think that. But they're just kind of like having a big party with a big bonfire, and so you do see smoke coming out of here. The building seems fine.
There's a freaking troll and giant party. I want in. This is gonna be fun. Let's go drink some mead. Like, why is this guy hogging the party? Is he just having a cigarette? Why is he outside the gates? Let's get in on this revelry.
He came along to meet with y'all. Like you don't know how he figured it out, but he noticed that you were here. He kind of showed up to be like,
and he's here to stop me. He's here to try to get in my way. So I'm gonna go ahead and like look at you guys like we're not gonna put up with this, right? Like we didn't just clear out a fucking glass factory and all this shit to have some guy tell us we can't give a spoon back to our buddy. So, like, y'all want to roll for initiative?
Let's go.
Yeah, let's go.
Let's
Tell
rock.
Harry.
so it sounds like you're going for it, and you're going to go ahead and attack this guy.
No. We're going past this guy. We're not even engaging. We're just going in the fucking gate. This guy can't keep us from returning the our silverware to our friend.
All right. Understood.
This is not an attack. This is us going for the door.
Wait, so
I thought it was an attack.
Where
Oh,
I think it should be an attack.
Okay. You murder hobos.
Where are our icons now?
If you have not added them, they're not there.
I'm trying to figure out how to add them.
They were elsewhere. Sorry.
All right.
You can adjust them as you like, but
Wait, now there's two of her.
yeah, sorry. I'll delete accordingly.
Oh,
Okay, and then I need to give you my hit points and stuff, right? Red is HP, green is armor.
Blue is armor class.
perception.
Green
Oh,
is
blue.
passive perception.
Okay,
And,
13. Where's my HP again? HP.
oof, Jesus.
At least it was for
Literally rolled
initiative.
a 1.
Spencer's a badass. And then, so do we put Winna in or no? No, because she's not here.
Yes.
I'll put her in, but what I like to do with NPCs is that I just let them go last.
Yeah.
Like dead last, no matter what. So let me go ahead. And we'll just leave that there. So
When I
let's
can
see.
hang out, I'll hang out with when I'm back in the trees. My comfort zone.
I think I did my numbers right, but I totally might have not.
let's see. Give me 1 second, and then I will. Let's see. Okay.
So just a reminder, guys, I've already used my healing spells. So
And if he tags us, we are dead. I just want to point out that he's like lifting up tree trunks and shit. Like if he lands one hit, that person is dead. So
well, it's been an honor to
Wow.
fight beside you.
Well, it looks like two people here.
It's been a great run, guys.
2 hill giants and a half ogre.
We've been playing since early March.
Oh, I rolled twice for the hill giant, so my apologies. That's just the one.
Okay, 1 hill giant, 1 half ogre.
Where's the hill giant coming from?
This is the hill giant. Well, it's the troll. I'm just using stats for a hill giant. It's, whatever. Just don't pay attention to that so much.
Cool, I'll ignore it entirely. So I've already used my chalice and I've already used healing word. And are those 2 spell slots then?
What was that first one?
The chalice, because I'm a star druid.
Oh, no, that should be its own thing.
Okay, would I be able to reuse it then in this altercation?
I believe so. If I'm not mistaken, I think you get a number of uses of it.
Woohoo.
I don't see why
Cool.
not. They go for it.
Okay, so in that case, we do have some healing power for me, which is awesome. And I'll glow. Just cute.
So Ish, do you know I've changed my numbers over and over again the last 2 times we played because they are all 13s right now. And they keep reverting. Do you know why?
No, that's very yeah, I don't know. Unless there's something about the way that they were stored. Let me look at something.
No, I mean, it's not a big deal. It's a mechanical thing. I'm just curious.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, no, that's weird. It's odd, but anyways, yeah.
Okay.
Just a weird quirk. Okay, so 20 is an unknown enemy. You saw me roll for half ogre, but don't worry about that. They don't do anything because they haven't run into you. They don't know what to do yet. Finzer, what would you like to do?
Enzor, I think you're muted.
Yeah, I got it. I want to yell. I want to run screaming at this dude with my silver warhammer raised in the air. And I will take a swing at his legs.
Go for it.
What do you want me to roll? The warhammer?
Nice.
Oh yeah.
That's a kneecap.
Definitely.
Click on that reddish pinkish thing that says click. Fantastic.
I'm trying to take him down to the ground, you guys. If he's too tall, we'll put him on the ground and beat his face up.
Yes.
Fantastic. You run up, you slam into his kneecap, but it's like hitting a redwood. This guy is sturdy, not wearing any armor, but he's just thick. Now that you're closer, you can see that like his muscles have muscles. Like this thing was made to just like grow up and, swing trees and beat people up. All right. So Finzor. Wow.
So
Also, I rolled a 15-ish for
I
my
was going to say,
initiative.
how come Rift and Duratan are not in the
Yeah, I
initiative?
rolled a 17.
Weird.
We must pay
We
the
will fix that. And then I will
And
correct.
let's say while he's correcting that, let's everyone think of something really clever because I'm not sure fighting this guy is gonna work.
Rift,
Sorry,
it is-
but like the strongest one of us just took a kneecap to the dude with like a 23 and didn't even make a dent. So
You have to just keep pecking away at him, I promise.
So I'm gonna go ahead and cast Guiding Bolt. I'm aiming for the eyes. And then so that means when I'm on my little character page, I have the first level spells like set up here. Do I just click on the little, oh, I see, okay. Hold on. Let's see how this goes. Cross your fingers, team.
That looks good. That is a hit.
And that'll
And he's-
give advantage to the next blows, huh?
Excellent. Yeah, he's reeling and just kind of covering his eyes. So that was fantastic. Durtan, you can press the advantage if you like.
Yeah, I'm a Eldritch Blast him. Which did not do as much as I hoped it would.
I did
Dang.
get an attack roll, weirdly enough. You want to just roll a d20 for me?
Yeah. Oh, whoops.
Please look.
I got a 6.
Okay. So unfortunately it goes astray. Well, but you do have advantage from the guiding bolt. So you can roll again.
Just another D20, right?
Mhm.
Ooh, that's a 2.
Well,
Unfortunately, it just goes wide. But no worries. Alrighty. Then we are at Kalhiri.
Kalhiri's going to throw her, since his eyes are fucked up, she's gonna throw her dagger at his eye.
Fantastic. Okay, so you managed to do that and you kind of cut across his brow, causing the blood to just come all the way down his face. And he's just kind of like hurriedly trying to wipe the blood away from his eyes. Wolfpack, what would you like to do?
I would like to use how do you say I would like to use Beast Bond to create a telepathic link with Bogart.
Okay.
Bogart the pig.
Yes. I want to mind meld. I'm going to warg in with Bogart. Can I do anything else with my turn?
It's up to you if you want.
Yeah. So so Bogart the pig, right, is there. What I'm going to do is hop up on Bogart. Now that I am in control of Bogart, and we are going to go between the legs and shoot for the nards. That's the plan.
Do it.
Excellent.
All right. So roll for initiative, I guess. What do I roll for if I'm shooting for the nards?
Make an attack roll.
Got it. Attack. Where is my attack roll?
Whatever your short bow is or whatever you're using.
Oh yeah.
Actions.
With a. Oh, why is it dagger? Fucking what dagger? Where's my bow?
You might need to go into your equipment and equip it.
Oh, that's weird. Okay.
Find your short bow. There's like a little box.
Short bow. There we go. Okay. Cool. All right. I got a 12.
Roll again because you've got kind of this synergistic thing going.
Okay, right. Yes.
I'm afraid that's a miss.
Dang it.
That would have been
Nards are
really
hard.
good damage.
It would have been really cool. Yeah. Nards are too high.
How's the
I'm
view
gonna
under there?
say- I'm gonna say you grazed one of his.
I'm trying to pull a honey badger here, guys. Give me I need to concentrate.
I'll say you grazed one of his buttocks, but it's mostly gristle, so it didn't really hurt him all that much.
Yeah.
He has bristly buttocks.
Just like me. I totally get it. It's mostly gristle.
So it is his turn. I'm gonna say he's kind of going for the biggest person here, so he is going to
Yes.
attack Finzor.
No.
Better Finzor
Don't
than
worry,
me.
Finzor. I'll patch
Oh
you up.
no!
Strong. I can take it.
What did you get?
Or I can die.
28. He gets a +8 on that. Jeez.
Oh fuck.
So I've got cantrips
Hey,
that one of
Finzor's-
them is resistance.
Oh.
Is that resistance against damage? Can I touch Finzor? No. Okay.
That boosts saving throws, but that does not apply here, sadly.
Mm.
Finzor, you take 24 points of damage.
Oh, no.
I don't know if you have 24.
Y'all are on your own.
Does that put you at 0?
That puts me at negative.
Okay.
We need a necromancer quick. For the record,
Well-
I was
well,
against
she's-
attacking the giant troll.
Finzor is just down now, not dead, right?
Correct. Winna's going to come over and cast Cure Wounds. And Finzor, you were at 9 hit points.
Okay.
The good news is that you can never actually go into negatives for hit points. The lowest you can ever have is 0. The only time that negative hit points counts is if you take more than twice your total, and then you die automatically. But once you're out of like level 3, that doesn't tend to come up terribly often. All right.
Unless you're fighting giants.
Unless you're fighting giants. So now this thing bursts out from the door, and it doesn't seem especially hostile. But
So
it
this is not the troll.
This is a different troll.
This is the troll. This is one of its subjects, and it basically comes out of the door and says, "What's going on, boss?" And the troll just says, well, "He's in a fight now." And he goes, "All right." And he kind of takes a half-hearted swing at Winna.
Work.
What happens to Winna?
Let's see if I can. Here we go.
Yeah.
Ugh.
I don't know why that's not correct though. Okay.
Yeah, because it's not convenient.
Really, like, it's rolling more than it should. It's
way more.
not. Yeah, that's not what it should be. But that being said, when it does take a lot of damage, not now though. And then we go back to Finzor. Finzor, you are in positive hit points. You have been knocked down. It will take half of your movement to stand back up, but you can absolutely do that.
Okay, so I'm gonna stand up and then
Climb him.
Aim for the same kneecap.
you think?
Aim for the
Yeah,
gnome
just keep-
underneath and then hit him straight up,
Oh.
What?
and then he can't miss the next shot.
Dude, if you want to throw me, you can throw me. I'm always down for throwing the throw the gnome game.
You're not a dwarf.
Yeah, throw you where? To
Nobody-
To
on
the
top?
Nards. He's a
Over
trolley
the
ball.
wall.
He don't wear any chonies. Like
If
he's
you
gonna
dropped the troll balls, he could stab him right there.
exactly. He's totally going commando. Just fucking throw me. Well, like, I mean, probably. I
does-
don't know.
These are commando troll balls.
He does He does in fact have an unfurnished basement, so.
So how about I swing the warhammer up
That's a good idea.
and knock him between the legs?
Go for it. You can absolutely do that.
Takes me a while to
Ooh.
click on it.
No worries.
Nice.
Hey, that's a solid hit. Go ahead and click that damage. Ooh, that is fantastic.
Yes,
That is
Finzer.
the most damage
Yeah.
you can do. So you get him. I'm actually going to have him make a saving throw and see if he stays on his feet. He does, but you can tell that it's under great duress. He's like, ooh, he's feeling it. But that's great. That's a great comeback, Finzor. Rift, it is now your turn.
All right, so I'm going to assume that he's somewhat doubled over and within reach of me and his face is in reach of me and my trident.
Yes.
Okay.
He is
so
kind
I'm-
of like hunched over.
I'm gonna keep going for the eyes. So I still have guiding. I think I can still do guiding bolt. That may
If I'm not mistaken, I thought I heard you say that you can do it as often as you can, which is awesome.
I thought, but so
Is it a cantrip?
Like, I
if
think
I'm
it's a
hol-
special rule.
If I'm
Oh.
holding my star map, which I am, I have it wrapped around the handle of my trident at the moment. If I'm holding my star map, I should be able to just fling these guiding bolts out. So, but I wanna do a 1-2. So I wanna like blind him with the guiding bolt again, and then stab a trident into an eyeball.
Absolutely. I'm okay
Okay.
with that.
So all I do is I roll for guiding bolts. It's weird. I have like
Mhm.
2 sitting here. So all right, I'm gonna try this. I'm gonna roll for guiding bolt and then roll trident.
Is that licorice you're drinking out of? Yes, it is.
Twizzler, nominally with nominal licorice.
Are you drinking Mr. Pibb with that? I hope you are.
No, it's beer. I'm drinking beer through a Twizzler. Whatever. It's not about me.
It's
So-
a reuse. It's not like a plastic straw. It's
Okay, don't
perfect.
get distracted, guys. Yeah, exactly. It's
I do
totally
need
biodegradable.
I need an attack roll for the guiding bolt. So that's the damage. If you could roll me a d20.
Yeah. Yeah, I can roll you a d20 as soon as I remember how. Oh, here we go. Okay. Do I just click on this? Yes.
Woo.
Excellent. So that's totally a hit. So you hit with the guiding bolt and do damage.
Okay.
This guy's feeling it. Like, he looks like he's not in great shape. Because you did that, you do have advantage on your trident attack. So that 9 wouldn't hit. But if you want to reroll that trident attack, feel free.
Okay. So I just, there we go.
Oh wow, that's some fierce consistency, but not a hit, sadly.
Oh, nuts.
But that's okay. I'm gonna go ahead and let that move that affect the next attack. So Duratan, you have advantage on this attack if you like.
Okay, yeah, I'll try that Eldritch Blast again and
Go for it.
see if we can get that going.
What is an Eldritch Blast-ish? Everyone uses it. What is it?
A beam of crackling energy streaks towards a creature within range. That's pretty much all it gives.
Nice. Okay.
So it's warlocks get to be like an X-Men character. They can just like fire a beam of something, and you can flavor it any way you like. I've seen people play with like the color that it is, or like what it looks like, or whatever. But some people like shoot it from the hands, some people shoot it from their eyes, whatever. But it's just like this eldritch beam of energy that like shoots out, and it does force damage, which is like a magical non-specific damage. Some enemies are resistant to fire, some enemies are resistant to lightning. Very, very few enemies are resistant to force damage. So it's a very good catch-all. I do need an attack roll on that as well, if you don't mind throwing me a d20. Or wait, no, hold on.
Or
No,
is that the
It came with
7?
an attack roll. If there is a 7, roll me another d20 though, because you do have advantage.
Okay. Oh, that's a 17. It didn't show up there. but-
Fantastic. That's a hit. So I will apply that damage. And you are all harrying him pretty bad. He looks like he's just in a bad shape, not really expecting you all to be working in unison as you are. Kalhiri, it is your turn.
Okay. So now here's a question. So I threw the dagger at his eye last time.
Yes.
Where's the dagger?
It's
Is it-
stuck in his brow.
So I don't have it.
Take
No,
on.
unless you have another one to throw.
Can you scare him with
Am I
the?
going to be able to get it back later?
Yeah, absolutely. Don't. It's not like
Get
it's
down.
lost. Forever. It's just you don't have it now.
Okay. Then I'm going to pull out my short sword and slash. Ooh. I'm going to cut his Achilles tendon.
Do it.
I was doing to do that.
It's the other one. He's got
I was
two.
thinking about it, but I was like, you know what? My fucking dagger's too small. I'm a gnome. Like, I won't get through it. I'm glad you thought of it.
Okay, hold on. So, yeah. It's the short sword.
You might want to range attack, given like you've got a pig, so you can run circles around him,
Yeah, I'm thinking about it. Yep.
keeping his attention, you know?
That was the original plan.
I like the Nard idea.
It worked out for Finzor. I
mean,
just shot wide. Yeah, I'm
It
not used to.
inspired Finzor. This is my word of doom.
You guys clued me into where his weak spots were.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I mean, I was gonna roll a perception check for where his weak spots are, but his giant set of balls, you know,
Yeah, seems like a pretty
I'm just
good.
There's some
imagining like what a
things you
gym
know
coach
without
comes out with when
perception.
it's time for dodgeball, like you know, just a big sack of balls. It's,
Oh.
but you know what? I'm not used to riding a steed, so that's why I shot wide.
That makes sense. Kalhiri, you kind of smack into that kind of knobby bone that's right next to the Achilles tendon, and you leave a notch there. If he survives this battle, he's always going to have like a dent in his bone there. But you did not cut his Achilles tendon. The damage has been recorded, but he's certainly smarting from all of that.
Okay.
And then we go to Wolfpack. It is nearly the time for this creature to swing and potentially down yet another one of your companions. So what would you like to do before that happens?
Well, I'm gonna wheel the pig around. I'm gonna charge. I suppose since I've gone through his legs, I'm coming from behind.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna jump and climb him.
Sure, absolutely. I want an athletics check, and I'll even give you advantage on that check.
All right.
Guys, if we hurt the pig, like, it's no good. We got to protect this pig.
It's all right. The pig is not the target, so that's what I got.
Roll one more time because you have advantage.
Bogart is some pig.
Okay.
Very true.
Hey.
There we go.
You climb on him like an expert. You are he is the Matterhorn for your alpine climber, and you are climbing on this guy with no problem. Would you like to do anything else while you're at it?
Yep. So I mean, I suppose I've probably got as far as at least his leg, if not his loincloth, immediately.
Okay, you're like up at the hip thereabouts.
Up at the hip.
Yep.
I want to make sure I've got a good handhold on some cloth, so that I've got something to hang on to. And I am going to stab him in the lower spine with my dagger.
Ooh, very good. Go for it.
All right, dagger. All right, 15.
And then
that is a hit. So go ahead and deal damage. That is very good. You have the unpleasant but a successful sensation of scraping against his vertebra. So you're pretty sure he's in quite a bit of pain from that. You haven't severed anything though, but definitely the most unpleasant thing that you think you could do right now. Maybe second most unpleasant thing you think you can do. So he does start to kind of swing wide, and he's going to kind of attack at random effectively. And he's not going to attack Finzor. He's not going to attack Wolfpack. So I'm going to roll a d4 and see who he happens to go for. Going from Winna, Kalhiri, Rift, and Duratan in that order. So Duratan, he is basically pointing his attention at you. Does a 12 hit?
Makes breaks.
Oh boy. All right. So we're looking at.
What does that mean, makes breaks?
Say that's what my armor class is.
Yeah, like if it hits right on the number, that means it hits. It's like equal to or greater
You know
than.
so much stuff, Sam.
That's just because I play with Miller.
Ah, you play with Miller?
Yeah, that's what my other campaign is.
Oh my
On the bright side, you don't take as much damage because that was not a critical hit. So you take 7 damage as he just kind of does a I don't want to call it a lazy swing, but it's this kind of like a Hail Mary backhand swing that clips you and is still devastating, but not as bad as it certainly could have been. That was the troll, and then Winna is, let's see, who is worse off right now? Is anybody like other than Finzor like in really bad shape?
Now give more to Finn.
But yeah, give more to Finzor.
Yeah, we need Finzor's strength.
We do.
All right, Finzor, you have another 10 hit points. And
Hey, I'm back up to 19, y'all.
let's see, and actually, I think that's it.
I
That's
can
another
cast,
cure wounds.
I can cast Chalice when it comes around to my turn and get you Durotan.
Daradan.
We got a Duro plan.
Duratan, doing everything the Duratan can. Another of these ogres appears. It says half ogres, but they're ogres, and they're gonna start to do their thing. So one of them is going to attack Duratan as well, and that looks like it is a hit. I don't know why it's doing this. So just take the 10 damage instead of like the 27 because that's outrageous. It really is just supposed to do. I'm probably gonna roll attack and damage separately because it's not reflecting. And then it is, let's see, attacks Winna, and Winna is down. And let's see, we go to Finzor.
All right, then.
No, wait.
How did we get this guy to call off his goons? That's what I'm wondering.
Well, I don't think
I
anybody
feel
else,
like attacking him is not going to do it.
I don't think anybody else is super into this fight except for him. So I think we can convince him to back off if we take him down.
I
Okay.
agree.
Agree.
All right, he's still standing, right?
Yep.
Yeah, and Wolfpack is on his back.
Yes.
Lumbar.
All right, I'm gonna take one more stab at his, or one more swing at his knee.
Do it. Yeah, it's getting ready to give out. It's like you've really worked it over.
Ah,
Oh yeah.
Ooh. Ooh.
yeah, Finzer. Yeah, Finzer.
Ooh.
Just
Very
cut that
nice.
leg clean off. It just like goes flying.
Yep. That your Warhammer hit his knees like your 40s.
It would be funny if it wasn't so
Sorry.
No, there's.
Almost all of us were cringing in sympathy.
I think I saw this picture. Not to drag us too off topic, but I saw this picture. It's like everybody here's watched Avatar: The Last Airbender, right?
No.
Like the whole.
No, but
Oh shoot!
Oh,
Never
you
mind.
should.
Yeah, it's really good.
I hear that.
Anyway, yeah, it's a really ridiculous inside joke, but I'm not gonna say it because it spoils a bunch of stuff. Anyhow,
Nice.
so this giant does go down on one knee, his good knee. Like he's just not like, you don't think that he's ever gonna run another marathon again. And standing is gonna be pretty difficult for him. So he's still up, like still, kicking like a chicken, so to speak, but not really able to have much mobility. So Finzer, you've done your job. That's phenomenal right there.
The huge
Rift.
marathon runner.
What's that?
He's a huge marathon runner, so we've taken that away from him.
Yes.
I mean, to be fair, a marathon for him is like 10 steps. So
If he wanted to
He's-
keep running marathons, he shouldn't have gotten in my way.
okay.
So for me,
Um,
okay.
But yes, Rift, it is your turn.
All right, so I mean, I could just hit him with another guiding bolt, but I'm already bored with that. Also, we've got some injured people, so I think I need to take a starry form, huh?
I'm at 1 elf. But Win is also down.
Yeah.
We could use Winna.
Yeah, she can heal others.
So I'm definitely all right. So I'm gonna go ahead and take starry form and chalice. Whenever you cast a spell using a spell slot that restores hit points to a creature, you or another creature within 30 can regain hit points equal to 1d8 plus your wisdom modifier. So Winna's down. Duradan, damn it. Duradam.
Durdan.
Duratan also, we need you as well. So
I'm still up, I'm not down.
all right, so I'm gonna go ahead and heal Winna. So does that mean I roll a d8 and add my wisdom modifier?
That is correct.
All right. D8, damn, that sucks.
But you do add your wisdom modifier. That's not
I
nothing.
got +4 wisdom.
And you did that for Winna or Duratan?
Winna.
All right. So Winna's back up. She's back in the fight, which is not a bad thing.
Okay. So do I still have some moves?
Because does it say if that's a bonus action or normal action?
How can where do I see it? You
under
mean,
the attack tab.
Well, it might be different for you because it might be under your like the ability or traits or what have you.
I'm not sure where to find that.
For right now,
Features
we'll look it up later, but for right now, it sounds like it might be a bonus action. So if you wanted to make an attack, I would let you do that as well.
All right, so yeah, he's messed up. I'm gonna go ahead and stab at his throat, try to hit an artery with my trident. So let's give this a go. Hopefully it's better than a 1.
Ooh, that is, and that is a hit. Click on what the thing that says click. Fantastic. Are you using 2 hands or 1?
2 hands. I don't have my net out.
That works. So yeah, where do you stab him? What location?
Okay. I'm aiming for an artery.
You get him, and this guy has more blood than a dairy has milk, so he's just gushing. You don't think he's long for this world, but you've known tales of giants like losing limbs and still taking on whole regiments. So this is you need to be careful. Kalhiri, you might be able to slay the giant. You might not. Let's see what you do. No pressure.
Okay, so I have a 2-weapon fighting.
Uh-huh.
bonus action? Does that mean I can, so, but I only have one weapon now.
You didn't, oh shoot, I'm trying to think of if you had. Did you have
Why
one of the,
have-
It is.
I have two short swords.
yeah, you can use both of those.
Okay. And they're both equipped, so.
Yep.
It should let me.
Oh, it was a bonus action.
Right on.
Okay, so using both swords, I'm gonna like, what can I reach? Where's his head right?
So he is like, he's fully bent over, like he's down
He's
on his knee.
one knee, right?
Yeah. And you think you could like reach up and get his head, but like basically everything from the shoulders down.
I'm gonna try with the two short swords. I'm gonna slash at his throat from the left and from the right.
All right, do it. That's pretty brutal, but oh, very nice.
Did this guy even deserve this? I mean, really, this just
Yes.
seems like he was kind of a dick. but, like,
Renaki,
Did you
knocked
see how he
Winnow
treated us?
over. Fuck that dude.
Yeah, he wouldn't let us get to Renaki, so
so he had to die? I don't know.
Yeah.
That's
We deserve to be able to walk wherever we want to walk. We're like white men in the world.
that's kind of what I'm getting at. Like, I'm like, this guy's. I'm just not sure we really have jurisdiction here
what
over this
did,
guy's life and death.
Duratan is after Rift or before or what?
Oh, did I skip Duratan?
Oh shoot! Yep.
I might have skipped Duratan.
I didn't
Duratan, go ahead.
realize that.
That was my bad.
No, you're good. You said that he's the main, our main guy is almost dead, right?
Like-
he's looking pretty
Like
bad.
a hair's width away.
do we want to
Okay.
search for Winna's dagger? Sure, Dan,
I'ma
do you want
just-
to aim at the ogre guys?
Well, hopefully, I'm hoping they run away once we kill this guy, so we don't have to do too much work on them.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'll go ahead and just swing away with my my magic longsword.
Go for it.
Except it's not actually magic yet. Ah, fuck.
A miss.
Does a
unfortunately.
9 hit? No.
does He is neither an ooze nor a zombie, so I'm afraid not.
Bum.
You're
uh,
saving it for Winna. That was very generous of you.
It's true. Kalhiri, you still have your second short sword attack.
I clicked on the double attack.
Oh, did I? Oh, okay. Well, weird. Would you mind clicking on it one more time?
Not at all.
That rolled 2 d20s?
I don't
Oh.
think it had advantage. No, it doesn't look like it did. All right, so you miss as well
Oh no.
on your second attack. He's so close, so very close. Wolfpack, are you interested in trying to take the last attack?
Oh fuck yeah! what are you
And-
talking about?
It's up to you. You
Gosh.
The
can,
honor
you
would
can
the honor would be mine.
yeah, you can elect to kill or to subdue.
Think about Winna's dagger.
If you
Gonna
subdue,
load it
you
with a
can
troll.
pull the
I-
troll
I-
into
I'm-
the dagger and have him.
I'm gonna spoil
Like
things.
use
for you.
Winna's dagger to take to kill the troll and trap his soul. Is that how it works?
No.
He-
I'm
too
gonna
big to do
spoil
that?
it for y'all. He's
Yeah.
too powerful for the dagger.
Well,
I figured.
Oh, okay. Well,
Yeah,
that's
it wouldn't have occurred. It didn't seem right. I'm also like riding his loincloth right now with
Yeah.
a dagger in his
Yeah, you are.
lumbar. Like I don't think I'm in a position to like go grab. That's just too many steps. So here's what I'm gonna do.
well, do you want to kill or subdue?
Well, I don't know how I would subdue him. And we've come this far. Like now he's got a genuine beef with us because we've nearly killed him. So I would have preferred to subdue in the beginning, but I don't know how I would subdue now that, like, what's he gonna do? Like, admit defeat? If anyone can give me a reason to subdue, I'd love to hear it, because that would be what I would generally prefer.
If you subdue him, then we can question him more about his master who serves the thingy on Nimrod.
Oh, and we could have him
If-
call up his guards if he's more of a hostage.
Okay. Give me a second to check my equipment.
We've got some rope.
I got rope.
I need rope. I'm looking for rope.
We have lots of rope.
I think we each get a rope. Like, it's just in your
That's-
pack.
It's true. Yeah, you just start with the rope.
Should we, do we need information from him when we're gonna go try to talk to Ranaki right after this, though?
you
I
make a
mostly
fair
just
point.
don't want his ogre buddies to attack us.
Well,
I don't know if they're
Okay.
gonna respect us more if we kill the guy.
I feel like they won't give a shit if we're tying them up with rope. They're like, oh, what we can just rip this
I
right off of
mean,
it.
That's
I don't
true.
know where our moral code is, but like, fuck this guy. Like,
Yeah, let's just kill him. It'll just be.
Well,
it's-
I don't know how your alignment is. I'm chaotic good. I'm not a guy. I don't think I'm inclined to kill the guy just because. And frankly, I've been kind of against killing the guy from the beginning. Although there was a small amount of cowardice to it, because he's
Fair
huge and
enough,
I'm
and
tiny.
I think you should be the one that kills him. Just
Well,
because
I
you said that.
I think
And
I
all-
see no way to subdue him. That's the thing. So I think I have to kill him, or like at least try. And I'm tiny compared to the rest of y'all.
So just keep sawing at that spine, I guess.
So here's what I'm gonna do. Is since he's on his knee and I presumably bent over,
Yes.
I'm gonna run up his back and shoot an arrow in his ear.
Ooh.
Okay, absolutely.
It'll be. Remember, I've got all the arrows I've got right now are either tied to fire rocks or to holy water.
Mhm.
So I'm going to use a fire rock one, although I don't have time to fire it. I just want to let you know. If I know which one I'm choosing, I'll choose a fire rock one.
Are you gonna set it on fire?
I don't know how I would. I don't have
There's
any
just
fire
not
available
enough
to me.
time. Which makes sense.
Yeah, it's just going to have to be. If I had a normal arrow, I would. I just don't have any normal arrows right now.
Mm-hmm.
So gonna do a fire rock arrow in the ear. So what do I have to roll?
Let's see.
Is
go
that short
ahead.
bow plus athletic or what?
No, it would be its own thing. So if you've got your short bow, yeah, like at this point, there's not really much. Like he's not like wrestling you. You're not like riding a bucking bronco kind of situation. You just climb up and shoot him right in the ear, which is fine. So just go ahead and make your attack roll.
Got it.
The drama was really all of your friends staging this moment for you to hopefully potentially shine.
Mhm.
I will say you have advantage, so go ahead and roll the attack roll one more time.
Okay.
Ah,
Oh, there it is.
There we go.
Ooh,
That's the one.
There we go.
there it
That's
is.
that's the Hawkeye shot. Yeah.
And
Piercing
that
damage is 6.
is enough. He was really that close to the mortal coil. So you shoot him through the ear, and while it's on the face of it, it's comical because it goes in one ear, out the other, and
Really?
it really does look like Steve Martin. But
Shit, I wasn't expecting
in
that.
practice, it's pretty gruesome. Like just seeing that's what happened. And it's not much. It's not like it's sticking out way much, but it's like a little bit of the arrows.
I mean, my arrows are like this big. Like,
Oh well, then never mind.
I
'Cause
mean,
you're right, they
remember,
are
I'm
pretty
like,
small.
I'm
So,
2'11".
I'll just
I'm
say
like
one
basically
of
3
the-
feet. So they're
I'll just say that the other end is poking out of his other ear.
gross. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
That was a
So
hell
glad
of
I
a-
had advantage on that one because otherwise it would have been dumb.
But yeah, so he goes down, and so he doesn't get a turn, and there's a moment of tenseness. As let's see, Win is back up. and she takes her action to like get away from the ogres and not be opportunity attacked. And then the ogres go, and so like now another one shuffles out, and they kind of look over at their fallen. Oops. Dang it. Sorry. Hate it when I click on the wrong thing. They look over at their fallen leader, and they all just kind of raise their arms. We give up.
Hooray!
Woohoo! Now who's reveling?
Well, let's get inside, guys.
Let's
Is
go
now
see
an o-
Naki.
Is now an okay time for a bio break?
Yeah, absolutely. Why don't we go ahead and do that? I say we do. So please do what you need to. We'll take about 5 minutes and reconvene. Yeah.
Okay. spinal surgery and stuff?
I did not. No, I don't know. I haven't been keeping up on him in a while.
Because I follow his music, like that's why I have the shirt. I'm a music fan of his.
Mhm.
I'm on his like Patreon or whatever, and
Patreon.
yeah, he just had
Patreon.
like major reconstructive spinal surgery, but he is recovering well. But it
Oh,
was
good.
scary as fuck. Yeah.
He was like the third bigger interview that I did once I started doing like music interviews. It was probably one of my worst ones, honestly, because I did not come in very well prepared.
Oh,
It's okay.
But it was also my first like phone interview that I did. And so I think that also made it weird
fair enough.
because those are always a lot weirder to do than in-person ones.
He's actually really intimidating in person, so it was probably for the best that you did by phone.
That's fair too. He was also a little intimidating over the phone. So
Yeah, you can't imagine what he's like in person.
Who is
He's
this?
Bernard Dolan, former slam poet, now more of a music and rapper guy out of Providence,
Remember
Rhode
when he
Island.
was doing all the Bonzo stuff that was like super
Yep.
intense?
Bonzo the Clown.
Yeah, Bonzo the Clown.
That
Yeah,
always seems super weird and interesting.
it was super weird, but it was. And I dig the fuck out of him. I think he's
Sure.
great.
Nora, do you know Sage Francis?
Yeah. Oh,
Do
you mean
you?
personally? I think we might have met once.
Well, like, do you know his stuff?
But yeah.
Yeah, it came out of the same Providence scene.
They
Gotcha.
work together a lot too.
Yeah.
So Bernard Dolan, is this a Canadian?
No,
Toronto? No.
no, Rhode Islandish, Rhode Islander.
Mm.
And he and Sage have a group together called Epic Beard Men that have toured together for a while.
Oh, okay, yeah. I never met him. I don't know.
I mean, wrong coast. No worries. And I only knew him back in the day. I don't even know if you'd remember me. Hey, I will say, I'm gonna give it up for my fucking finishing move on that troll.
That was
Look.
fantastic.
Yeah,
As
man.
you should.
If I didn't kill him, I was gonna at least deafen him.
Christian, I was just talking, my tattoo artist's wife, you last name Greenseth, you would have known them as Jill. They now go by Benny.
Yeah.
We were hanging.
I did not know that they went by Benny now.
Yeah, they go by Benny now.
Okay.
And so that's we were reminiscing about the Portland Slam scene while I was getting tattooed the other day. I mentioned I was talking to you, and then we were just talking about like your nature poetry and like how you have all this really amazing page poetry that's like all this nature-based stuff. And then what I said was, yeah, but like he's just known for the period sex poem. Like that's just how everybody knows. That's just, you know, and I was like, yeah.
Which again, 2005, it was 15 years ago. I was a young man. Doing that on a lark.
Well, you know, and you educated a lot of other young men, so God bless you, frankly. But no, Benny mentioned that their enduring favorite of yours is a dinosaur poem. That was just a little piece that was in one of your chat books that they bought.
Is that a dinosaur poem?
A little dinosaur poem from you.
Dinosaur.
In one of your early chat books, like one of your earliest ones.
Dinosaur. I'm just trying to imagine what that would be.
Anyway.
I honestly can't rember it now. That's really, huh? That's great. I wish I remembered what. Now I'm like kind of embarrassed that I can't remember my own poem there.
Well, you have your own chat books, right? Someone?
I mean, they're all gone now. They're all gone to the winds. I sold them and whatnot. You know.
I'll ask Benny to see if I'm pretty sure they still have, like they have a little library. Little chat book library.
Is Benny your tattoo artist or the?
No, Benny's partner wife. I believe they both go by wife, but they both use they them pronouns. So I know Benny goes by wife or had before. So you know, let me double check that one. But anyway, married partner spouse is the word I'm looking for. Thank you. M is Benny's spouse. M is my favorite tattoo. M is the one that did my my thigh piece, the horse skull with all the seaweed.
Word.
And they and I were working on like a bigger piece, but it just wasn't ready in times. But I didn't want to walk away not tattooed, so that's how I got the fern tattoo the other day.
How did it turn out?
Great, it's gorgeous.
Of course.
Em is like a watercolor artist tattoo
Mm.
style, like just is like color bombing your skin. So
Oh, that's awesome.
mhm.
God,
Yeah, they're
I
incredible.
really would need new tattoos. So
And for all of our followers, that's elmpixietattoos.com.
How many people are following us right now?
We currently
Green
have
bean.
3 viewers.
Hmm.
Although I don't know how many. I know for sure one of them is an actual person. The other 2 may be bots.
Well,
We
bots
bots.
are gonna have skin soon too, so you know. They can
we had 9 at one point. Somebody did a Twitch raid, which basically means that someone else finished their Twitch stream and they just brought all of their people to watch us. And we had them for a little while, and I'm very, very thankful for that.
I feel like we should be like
yeah,
more entertaining or something, but like we're just figuring out how to do things like kill trolls.
I mean, no, I think we're plenty entertaining. I don't
I
have any.
think the Nard talk was good.
Yeah, absolutely.
And the strategy for it.
Swinging troll balls. I think that was that.
Where else do you go for a troll? I mean, come on,
That-
unless it was a woman troll. Like, or should we
That
say
milkshake
whatever? I'm not going
brought
to
all
get
the boys to the yard. Anyway, yeah, I mean, this is a dungeon, but I don't want to drag you through a dungeon. So I just kind of brought the interiors of the dungeon out to you, and you were able to fight them and whatnot. And plus, this is Ronaki's home, so like the way I've kind of staged it, you're not going to go through and loot it like you would a traditional dungeon. So, or at least I should hope not. I don't know. But
in fact, we're actually returning loot to it.
Exactly. So with some searching, you find Ronaki held up in this room that can barely contain him, let alone this other normal-sized female that seems to have been locked up with him. And I presume you let them free and whatnot. And this woman who seems kind of weirdly diaphanous and always has kind of like a light breeze around her. In fact, her skin and hair are just not human colored. But she introduces herself as Nualia. And she says, "Hello, Ronaki has said quite a bit about you. I'm glad that you came upon us when you did. Things were looking especially dour."
Well, who tied y'all up?
It was that detestable troll. He came to collect the sword that Ronaki was working on.
What was so special about the sword?
By the way, I never said his name, but the troll's name was Korgan Brugel.
Who cares? He's dead now. His name is fucking dirt. His name is vulture food.
But Ronaki kind of seems a little impish at being kind of like, Nualia telling you all of his business. He's not impish, I guess it's the wrong word, but he's embarrassed.
What was special about the sword? I mean, Ronaki must make swords all the time. What was so special? What was worth tying you up about this one?
Ronaki answers and he says, and Winna, I'm sure, translates for you all. But Ronaki effectively says, "I was asked to make this sword because I owed a favor. The giant for whom I needed to make it called the favor in. His name is Daznalov. He is one of the chief lieutenants of Blackrock. I did not want to make this sword, but my honor dictated that I must. It is complete. The only stipulation is that Korgan was going to take it by force and raid my forge. take things, finished weapons. He wanted them for himself. He wanted the glory. He overstepped the bounds that Deslov had set forth for him. So your killing of him was not in error. He broke many rules, even amongst the giants. I don't know if I want to give this sword to Deslov anymore. I know that he intends to attempt to conquer this area, the area that contains Sandpoint. It was never my intention, but it wasn't my choice until now. This breach of decorum has made it so that I can refuse, and I believe that I will.
So, sidebar: is BlackRock a place or a person?
I'm trying to remember, because I don't know why I can't think of his name. I'm gonna have to reach for a book. Sunder BlackRock is the I'm just now remembering. He is the emperor of, or the king of the fire giants. So you can see him here. That's Sunder BlackRock right there.
Right. Vaguely remember that. So in person, to Renaki, why did you owe this Dizanov? What favor? Why did you owe him a favor?
Daznalov. I think I even misspelled it or misspoke it. Daz, I'm just gonna not love, type it in. He says, Daznalov saved my life. I owe him the life debt. And I consider it effectively repaid. If he respected me more, he would not have sent Korgan.
And what does BlackRock need you to make a sword for him for? Why you and why this sword?
I would never brag about myself, but I have a reputation as a blacksmith of some renown. There are those within the fire giant community who consider my weapon worthy enough for respect amidst the other fire giants. Simply owning one will raise their stature, or so I am told.
And who was meant to own your sword, do you think?
Daznalov was.
So Renaki, what are you going to do with the sword now?
I do not know. I may break it, reforge it. I have not decided.
Do you know why Daznalov came to get the sword? Is he planning some sort of campaign, or is there a war on the horizon? Is there a need for artillery right now?
There is. He wants to expand the borders of Mount Nimro. And this would be a staging place to attack some of the other human civilizations around.
So are you in danger of them coming back again to reclaim this spot as the staging area?
I am. I may decide to abandon it. I do not wish to place Sandpoint in danger, simply for my proximity to it.
Is it the location that they're after, or is it you that they're after?
They are after me and my ability to make weapons.
Would you like to join us?
He pauses and really thinks about it. I've never considered working with little folk. I do not know if I would be more of a burden than a boon.
Oh, definitely, boon.
I eat like a team of horses. I am uncouth, and I am not what little folk call hygienic. I do not know if you wish to travel with me.
Well, we've got two half-orcs here, so unhygienic is not a problem. How do you feel about seafood?
Excuse me?
I think shots have just been fired.
What was that, Mr. Ghillie Suit Man?
all of this racist.
Hey, the goose who just
rhetoric-
helped me hide. That's it.
I mean, I
When was the last time you
can
washed it?
fish quite a bit. I can haul a lot of fish out of water, and I can create fresh water for us to drink, even on like dry and disparate areas. And like, I don't know, I smell bad right now.
Always damp.
I'm always damp. I'm always cleaning, gutting, and then frying fish. So like I am imbued with hot dead fish smell all the time.
And Kalhiri probably smells like brimstone all the time.
Yeah, a little bit.
Paint sulfur. Paint
Or
sulfur.
because she's smoking.
There you go.
Kalhiri just says, join us, big man. We'd love to have you.
Then understand that we will always have on our heels the agents of Dasmalov. But I will take this offer and travel with you. If you do not mind also having Nualia with us.
So can we do a check on Nuali or Nualia? Can we what can we just do subtly without asking her for anything? Can we just get a little bit more detail? Like a perception check per se.
She's gonna be traveling with us. It's only natural.
I want a perception check. I just want, before we ask her anything, I want to know what the fuck race is she? Like, what do we perceive about her?
So, if someone would be so inclined, give me an insight check to just kind of get a feel for her, so to speak. And if somebody else would like to make a nature check to see what she is.
That's me.
Wolfpack, you already got the insight.
Yeah, sorry, I did it. Yeah, Duratan, that'd be you.
Insight?
He's got it.
No, nature. Do
Nature. Yeah, we've got insights covered pretty thoroughly. Duratan, you've heard of, they're not terribly common, but you've heard of a race of mortals called the Genasi, or Genasi if you prefer, but they're basically elemental humanoids. They typically come in four distinct types, which is air, fire, water, and earth, although other permutations of that certainly exist, but she certainly seems to be an air Genasi. Go ahead.
If I use detect evil and good on her, since it applies to elementals, would that be good or bad magic, or kind of a better way to perceive her intentions?
Sadly, that spell is a little bit of a misnomer. In previous editions, it would just straight out say this person's bad. They have bad thoughts and they do bad things. In this edition, it literally just points out they're an elemental, they're an undead, they're a demon, and so on. It just tells you what a person is. It doesn't tell you their like the content of their heart and soul.
Okay.
People are complex.
Yes.
I think in my other game I've encountered an air Genasi. That sounds familiar. What was it?
I believe that oh god, what was his name? The druid who had been turned into the ice throne. Why can't I remember?
Erasmus.
Yes, thank you.
Okay.
And I believe he was either an air Genasi or a water Genasi.
Water Genasi. Okay.
Yeah, he was slightly different, like just a different variety of Genasi.
Okay, so Renaki vouches for Nualia, and she's an air Genasi. What can air Genasi do? Like,
what qualifications do you have to join our team?
She can
This is your interview.
She can blow the bad smells away from us.
Yeah, first of all, just hygiene.
Keep a steady, gentle stream of air.
Ventilation.
Like just cracking a car window when you've ripped one on a road trip. So
we've just got a lot of water energy with us right now, and it would be nice to have someone who just aerates it all.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, this is like Team Dank here, and we just need a box fan.
I know. Especially with Finzor, it's just so dank.
I have been like, I have like a little sack of clams like hanging out ready for a fry. So
Just
I mean, I'm
pearls.
all for it. I'm absolutely all for it. We can deal with
Absolutely.
her if it's a problem later, but for right now. But before we go, of course I want to get back our silverware, but I actually like when I get back the silverware, I don't have a trident anymore. And I want to talk to Renaki about like what can we do real quick to give me something that
So given that you are all basically traveling, he's going to try and take as much stuff from here and like, carry it on his back as he can. So given all of that, he's just going to give you all of the silvered items. You can keep them.
okay.
Because he does like,
Sweet.
he might figure out to like forge a new spoon and all that business when he like, sets his finds a place to settle down in again. But right now he's going to be living off of the land and probably like, eating just large flora and fauna, just off the bone, so to speak, and he's not going to really have time to sit down and have fancy silverware. So you all can keep the trident, the great club, and the did I say it was a long sword or great sword? I can't remember. I think a great sword.
Long sword.
That works.
Word. Yeah, welcome aboard. It's really too bad that Winna is just super racist against Genasi. That's we never even asked her opinion. It's good that she's not here. Not really.
She's looking for her pig that you just rode into battle.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Noelia,
That spell wore off.
proud of yourself.
Me and Bogart are a little closer than we were before, though.
Did someone just ask me a question and I missed it?
Yeah, I just asked Noelia to tell us a little bit about herself.
So yes, Nualia just says, well, I used to live in Sandpoint. I actually lived in one of the small chapels. There was a time that I only knew how to speak my own innate language, and the vicar there, he knew how to speak my language and taught me eventually how to speak common. But before I was able to really meet anyone there, the poor vicar came ill and died suddenly. I had no one to really relate to, so I did the only thing I knew to do and fled into the wilderness, and I met Ronaki. He knew how to speak my language as well, and we struck up a friendship. I've been helping him with a handful of things here and there. My knowledge of the elemental planes has been invaluable to him.
What is her language?
Primordial. Primordial is split up into 4 different languages. Her, gosh, I'm trying to remember what it is. I'm gonna have to pull out a book. But her particular dialect of Primordial is particular to the elemental plane of air. And I can't remember. It's like Terran for earth, Ignan for fire, Aquan for water, and
Aeolin?
that was what I was trying to remember. I can never remember that one properly. Actually, there's a better way of figuring
It
this
just sounds
out.
like someone blowing out birthday candles.
Yes. This is the wrong book. But regardless, she just says all of that and seems very, very straightforward. I would, however, like for someone to make me a separate insight check, and just one person. So decide who you want.
I've got good insight. Can it be me?
Sure.
I've got +2, and anyone got better?
I have +3.
I have
Rift
+4
has +4.
Oh, do +4 then.
for insight. You said
Who's got the +4?
me.
Rift does.
Very nice. Rift, I will say you have a unique insight into this situation. You think that Noalia was the one who either instructed on how to, or herself to summon the soot sprites and the flame sprites.
What? She was the one who summoned the sprites? The Soot Sprites?
At least that's what Rift seems to think.
Hey guys, I think this lady might have been the one to summon the Soot Sprites. Just FYI. Got a
Do you
feeling.
think do you think she's working for Nimro?
She may
know.
have been, she and Renaki may have been under like pressure from the very beginning here.
Maybe she's a double agent of BlackRock.
So guys, I kind of want to ask her directly because I am tired and I want a nap and I don't want to fuck around here. So
I'm with you, Rift.
do you mind if I just sort of like confront her directly?
No, go for it.
Go for it.
Hey Noelia, just curious. You seem to be the type and have the knowledge to summon these Soot Sprites that marched into Sandpoint there, set fire to some stuff, took some metal. They were doing it for the master. What? You could have set this all up. Like, what's going on?
She says, "Oh yes, I instructed Ronaki on how to do so. It was he's an apt pupil, and he was able to do it quite swimmingly, if you'll pardon the pun. But
We're friends now.
He still quite well. He asked me it as a favor, but please do not hold it against him. If they caused any permanent damage, I will take the responsibility."
Okay. Yeah, that's not. In fact, we need to swing by Sandpoint anyway. Renaki, I know you're not keen on like mixing with the little folks, so you are absolutely welcome to wait nearby. We still have to go in, give this diary back, sell some stuff, get provisions, and then Noelia, like,
And get some treasure. Get the loot. There's loot. We're owed some stuff.
Yes, right. Get our treasure back. And so Noelia, if you just want to come swing by with us, we'll also do a quick check for Soot Sprite damage. I'm pretty sure we took care of it. Should be fine. But like, come join us. We'll just make sure everything's settled.
Very well. I look forward to it. I wouldn't dream of shirking away from responsibility. There's a lot to say about it. I'm sure we'll cover it in our journeys.
That sounds lovely.
To Sandpoint.
So I apologize, but I'm going to kind of narrate what happens next, just to move us to a specific spot, and you'll see why in just a second. But you make your way to Sandpoint. There's not really any danger or any particular issue that comes across as you make your way to Sandpoint until you get to the town proper. The festival seems to have stopped completely. There's some distant noise on the other side of town, but you see that like there's nobody's out in the streets. You see handfuls of people just kind of like standing stock still and like either just nervously waiting or watching towards the west end of town. You're approaching from the east, if that makes any difference. And there's this weird air of tension, but as you make your way closer to the town square, you're able to see far enough into the west end of town that you see and hear a large, and pardon the pun, a large group of giants that seems to be trying to communicate with the town, and the townsfolk are just besides themselves on that west side. Like there's soldiers with spears pointed at them. There's like, officials who are just like trying to make sense of what these giants are trying to say, but it's for everyone at this point except for Winna, it's just this large bellowing, like, if you slow down a whale noise. And
Winna
nobody
to the front.
What's that?
Yeah.
Let's get Winna to the front. Post haste.
And as that tense moment of just this like weird interaction happens, and you see this group of what you think is about a dozen giants, but could be many, many more. I will say that you are ushering Winna to the front to make this conversation happen, and that's where we're going to stop for a couple of reasons. It's late. This is a really awesome opportunity for Winna, and I'd hate for her to miss it. But this is also going to be a really big kind of plot point for what's going to happen next. So I want to like kind of go in fresh on the next game so that we can kind of learn more about that, because you're going to learn about some big, huge thing that just happened. But I'm gonna keep you on the edge of your seat.
That is legit reason, but whenever you guys say it's late, I'm like, I'm gonna have to call bullshit. Like, sorry, but y'all on Mountain Daylight Time or whatever, you can suck my balls.
Christian, I fell asleep last night at 7:30 p.m. This is very late for me.
7:30? How?
Well, in my defense, I haven't slept the previous 2 nights because I was with my buddy.
Yeah, that's different. Yeah, see, that's different. You were partying too hard the 2 nights before.
I got
that doesn't
to
make you an
have-
old woman.
I got to have a wee little vacation with a very old friend. So I hadn't slept in a while, and then there's actually this is a story for later. Our followers probably don't want to hear about my weird flight situation. Like I got on 2 different planes to go to the same place, and they both had like massive structural damage before we left the airport and had to like change planes and stuff. So there's like a hydraulic leak on the first one, and we all had to like deplane and get on a different one. And then the communications were totally like they couldn't communicate to the tower or even like the little like announcement to the plane. So after many hours, I finally had a small flight from one place to another.
Small flight.
It's not that long. It was like 2 hours.
Oh.
Yeah.
Someone's imagining a really small plane. Really just one of the planes that you take to lead geese to the south. That's what
Nope, normal
bicycle
plane.
Okay.
Normal plane. In COVID. I
All
wouldn't
right.
normally travel in COVID, but there are extenuating circumstances. It's a whole thing. It's for a story for another time.
No one's judging you by that.
I'm judging.
No one else is.
I do appreciate that there are those of you who would like to play for longer, and I completely sympathize for that. But like I feel like it's a nice.
I don't want Courtney to miss this.
No,
Yeah,
I
That's true.
think
Yeah,
I
that's
think
the important part to me.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because this is now Courtney's time to shine. So
Yeah, and we've had a lot of giant talking, and that's really been her of was. So we should absolutely not take any more of her time.
Also, I have to say this has been one of the coolest games. I mean, for a lot of reasons. I'm not going to undercut the other reasons, but I've never had a game where language was so important. I think where it's just been like one person can speak this language and another person can speak that language. We had a little bit of that in our other game with Lenny and all that, but I think this game is kind of turning out to be really cool in that respect.
Yeah.
yeah, not a single other person speaks Gnomish. What's up with that? I'm the only person that's all I got. Gnomish and Dwarvish, I think.
Most of us don't know you exist, right? Like, you know.
And this big. So
You know, Ish is gonna pull some gnomish dwarvish thing in for you, though.
I would
we're
love
going
that.
back to the
I would love
forest.
that.
Absolutely.
Oh my God.
I mean, the problem with bringing gnomes in is they all know me.
Wow.
That's where I become Shornbeard again. Hated by my community. Oh well.
But yeah, there we go. I'm gonna go ahead and stop the stream. Thank you for those of you who watched. There was a pretty sizable group of you for a minute there. I hope that if you are watching that you're having fun. I hope that if you're watching and you're having a bot, that you are making all of your quotas. And meet us.
Get booked, bots.
And meet us on Thursday as I continue. Or meet us next Monday as we play more Monster of the Week, which has been a blast so far. And then meet us back next week. We play nominally at 7 p.m. Mountain Standard Time for about 2.5 hours, which has been working out really well. And thank you all once again. Thank you. And we